I spent years looking for happiness. I searched for it in people. I searched for it in escape. So I built 4 doors. Behind each one is something almost everyone experiences: love, addiction, death. I never expected to find happiness behind the last one. Want to know what's behind it? Wait until the end of the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to get notifications when we drop more files like this one. I suppose we should start with love. I wouldn't pretend to know what love is. Truthfully, I don't think anybody does. We throw the word around so casually that eventually it starts to lose its meaning, or maybe that's just me trying to make myself feel better. I've searched for love for as long as I can remember. Not because I wanted fairy tales or happy endings, but because I thought if I found the right person, the emptiness inside me would finally disappear. I wanted someone to look into my eyes and see me, the real me, the broken parts, the parts I try so desperately to hide and still choose to stay. But maybe that's asking too much. Maybe people can see straight through me. Maybe they notice the cracks before I even speak. Maybe they know I'm the kind of person who carries storms inside his head. Or maybe I'm simply difficult to love. I don't know anymore. All I know is, the harder I searched for love, the more I noticed the emptiness. Love didn't create the void. It only showed me how deep it already was. So I searched somewhere else. The cool kids call them gateway substances. I've never been one of the cool kids, but I've borrowed happiness from them once or twice, because that's what they promise you. Happiness, silence, peace, and for a little while, they deliver. Music sounds beautiful. Life slows down. The voices become whispers. My mind, for the first time in forever, finally sits still. It almost feels like I've discovered the secret everyone else has been hiding from me. Then the high fades. The music stops. Reality returns. And the emptiness has been patiently waiting for me the entire time. I told myself I wasn't addicted. Maybe I wasn't. But addiction isn't always about a substance. Sometimes it's about desperately needing to escape yourself. The drugs never fixed me. They only postponed the conversation I kept refusing to have with myself. Eventually, my thoughts wandered somewhere darker. Death. People are terrified of it. I never really was. How could I be afraid of something that's promised to every one of us? Death isn't unfair. It's simply patient. The thing that frightened me was reaching the end of my life, only to realize I had never really lived it. When I was 16, I lost my best friend at his funeral. His mother looked at me in front of everyone and said, "Thank you for being his best friend." It's strange. Years have passed. I barely remember what we talked about. I barely remember the sound of his voice, but I remember those words. Sometimes I wonder, how many people slowly disappear long before they're ever buried? Not because they die, but because nobody remembers them. I don't want that. I don't want to become another forgotten name, another photograph gathering dust, another life that quietly slipped through history without leaving a single fingerprint behind. Maybe that's selfish, or maybe it's simply human. For a long time, I believed love would save me. When it didn't, I looked for comfort and escape. When escape failed, I started asking questions about death. But somewhere along the way, I realized I'd been asking the wrong question. I kept asking, what will make me feel complete? When perhaps I should have been asking, what can I create that will outlive me? Because maybe fulfillment isn't something you find. Maybe it's something you leave behind. A story, an idea, a memory, a reason for someone else to keep going. So yes, I still don't know what love is, Some days the emptiness still visits. Some nights my mind still refuses to be quiet. And death. Death is still waiting for me somewhere at the end of the road. But for the first time in a very long time, I'm no longer chasing any of them. I'm chasing a purpose because maybe, just maybe, the reason we were never meant to outrun death is because we were meant to leave something behind before it finally catches us. Maybe that's why I'm trying to rewrite my own story. Maybe that's why you're listening. Or maybe we're both just trying to leave behind proof that we were here.